or you look at governments, they need ways to raise money, right? So, when they need ways to increase their money, gagawin nila, they can offer bonds or utang. A bond is similar to a utang or debt or a loan. The difference lang niya sa loan sa bangko is this. When you loan from a bank, nangyayari, kung ikaw yung mag-loan, you have to pay the bank directly. Ganun yun, di ba? If you want to increase your business, parang, sige, mag-loan na lang ako para yun yung gagamitin ko pang negosyo ko. A bond works almost the same. But, when you get a bond, binibigyan ka nila ng certificate. Parang may certificate na nakalagay, kunyari, 1 million pesos for 10 years, yung 10-year niya, and then at 7% interest. Something like that. Yung difference nun, kumikita kayo ng pera from yung interest, pero kung sino may hawak ng bond, pwede niya ibenta. It's tradable. Kasi pag loan, kung kanino nakapangalan, he has to pay it. But for this one, if I have a bond, kunyari bibili ako ng bond na worth, I'll buy an RTV, lalabas ako ng 50,000 pesos, for example. Okay? So 50,000 pesos na yun, kumikita ako ng 7% per year, example, again. But, kailangan ko na gamitin yung pera. What I do is I'd sell the bond again. Tapos balik na sa akin yung pera. Tapos kung sino yung may hawak na ng bond, siya yung babayaran ng company or yung government. Okay? Two types of bonds. Corporate bonds and government bonds. I'll go first with government bonds. Kasi, it's the most, I mentioned the 91-day T-bill. It's also a form of a bond. Pero the 10-year is shorter lang. Okay? Government bonds are one of the less riskier types of investments. The only way na hindi kayo mababayaran ng gobyerno is what? Corruption? Could it, ha? Kung magka-girlfriend daw si Noy Noy, yun na. Anyways, the only way na hindi mababayaran yung bond is ng government, kung malugi yung government. Which is impossible to happen naman. Kasi government have two ways to raise money. Number one, they increase taxes. Or number two, they inflate the money. Yung inflation, it's a government's way also to keep the economy in check. Eh. The way they inflate money is this. Magpiprint lang sila na magpiprint ng pera. Dadami sa circulation. Tataas yung inflation. 1 million. Or babawasan na yung reserve requirements sa bangko. Tapos instead of mag-invest yung tao, mag-inflate yung pera. Something like that. So, it's one of the lesser types of lesser risk investments. Okay? But my question is this, why are people investing in this? It's really low risk. Di ba? Nakita niyo ba malulugi yung gobyerno natin next year? No. Di ba? Think about it. It's risk-free. Risk-free. Kaya siya ginagawang benchmark because of all types of investments because the government needs to be paid and the government will pay you. Kasi gagawin na din naman ng government is pag wala siyang pambayad sa'yo, mag-open siya ng bagong bond ulit. Tapos, yun yung gagawin niya pambayad sa inyo. Pero yun, it's risk-free, it's low risk. I'll show you the returns later. Corporate bonds also the same way, but it's not risk-free naman. Pwedeng hindi kayo mabayaran. Okay? Pag nag-invest kayo sa corporate bonds. That's why you have to look at the company. You have to look at the track record of the company. Kung may history sila na hindi sila nagbabayad ng bonds, why would you go for them? Okay? For example, when you look at the bonds, may example pala ako. When you look at the bonds of different companies, the more prestigious the company, mas mababa yung interest rates nila. Thus, the more hindi masyado sikat yung company, mas mataas yung bonds na binibigay nila. Why? Kasi alam ni Ayala na pag naglabas ako ng bonds, usually ganyan, pag naglabas sila ng bonds, the first week ubos, the first 2 days ubos yan. Kasi people know, once Ayala expands a project, kasi gagamitin din naman nila to expand their business eh, na may nakita na ba kayong Glorieta na nalugi? Na, di ba? Or may nakita na ba kayo nag-rent sa Glorieta na hindi nagbayad? Kung hindi sila nagbayad, tanggal sila. Walang Ayala ng bago. Everyone wants to put their money in Ayala. So, ganun yun. Yun ang ginagawa. You check for companies that have a good track record. But if you're medyo mas risky kayo, go for companies na hindi masyado kasing prestigious ng Ayala, ng Globe, gano'n. Where can you get them? You can get them from banks and financial institutions. For example, for RTDs, for retail treasury bonds, yun yung inano ng government for retailers. It's not that high. So, pwede kayo, every time they issue, lalabas naman sa newspaper yun, or you can call your bank. Kasi, when you go to the banks, hindi nila offer kagad yan eh. Hindi nila offer yan. Kasi gusto nila, ilagay nyo sa time deposits yung pera nyo. Why? Because, when every time you invest your money sa banks, ganito gagawin nila. Yung pera mo, i-invest mo sa time deposit, lalagay nila dito. They're gonna put it here. Kasi they had a study, we have 4.3 trillion pesos in savings accounts and time deposits. Think about that. Tapos they have a study na yung mga nag-i-invest doon, hindi naman nila ginagalaw yun for 20 years, 30 years, 15 years, 10 years, gano'n. So if you're not using your money for 10 years, why not put it here? Diyan din nilalagay yung bangko eh, diba? Is it risky? It has lesser risk than investing in the stock market or derivatives or forex or commodities, but it gives you the stability and it gives you more earnings. So whenever they offer it, you can go to the banks and just ask them, a retail treasury bond is this, 5,000 lang yung minimum niya. 5,000 pesos. And everyone does not, di alam ng tao na 5,000 yung ano nun, yung minimum to invest in it. Kasi for some banks, they offer 50,000, 100,000, 500,000. But the lowest is 5,000 pesos. So you can easily avail of it. So every time mag-issue ng RTBs yung government, you can go to that. I got RTBs latest yata last year, 7.2% for 10 years. It's still better than banks. Triple yun ng time deposit. 7.2%. So I have something that has a lesser risk but guaranteed payments. Think about that, 7.2. Kung di nyo ginagalaw time deposit, you put it here. Diba? If it's above and the thing with this, since it's tradable, you can easily liquidate it. So pag may emergency kayo, pwede nyo ibenta yung bonds. So, punta lang kayo sa bank, sabihin nyo you want to liquidate your bonds, bank ko bibili sa inyo. Ganun lang yun. Pero, expectation, hindi siya parang ATM, na pag may sale, ganun lang kayo, lalabas na. May processing pa rin yun. But my point is, it's liquid. What are the risks? Again, if it's something that you can't sleep on at night, then don't go for this. Kung tingin nyo maluluging Pilipinas next year, huwag na kayo mag-government bonds. But for corporate bonds, look at the company. Kasi kung magsara yung kumpanya, hindi kayo mababayaran. Ganun yun. If you look for something na medyo speculative yung project nila, kung saan nila lalagay yung pera, kasi lalabas naman nila yung mga reports sila, sabihin nila magre-raise sila ng bonds para dito nila gagamitin. May bago silang project, or kung Cebu Pacific yan, may bago silang fleet, something like that. If you know where it's going naman, you know it's gonna make money, sure mababayaran kayo. Diba? It's not 100% sure, but the likelihood, if it's a good company and a good project, mababayaran yung bonds. What are the returns? These are some examples lang. You can take a look at it. So, there, while I drink. For Mega World, 8.46. Better than time deposits, right? Times 4. Ayala, 7.20. EDC, it's an energy company of the Lopez's, 9.33. Philinvest, 8.46. The government bonds, 8.60. Tignan nyo to. Ayala offers at 7. Mega World and EDC at 9. Kasi, mas stable ang Ayala, mas popular ang Ayala, mas kilala na sila of giving good bond payouts. So you see the difference? At 9%, oh my gosh, ito yung isa sa mga stocks na hinawakan ko for a long time, you get 9% per year. Diba? Ba't yung palalagay sa time deposit if it's tradable naman? Tail of the tape in summary for bonds. It's a low risk investment. Horizon is long term. The gain is slow. It's lower than derivatives and stocks than mutual funds. The minimum is 5,000. Availabilities from governments and corporations. Where can you get them? Banks and financial institutions. Is it guaranteed? The government issued ones, yes, but corporate ones, no. Earnings are variable depending on the bonds that you get. But it won't go as far as, siguro, you get something around 6% now, 6, 7, and the most siguro 9 or 10 din yan. You won't get mga 20%, 18% na they had before. Pero it's still good the time deposits, right? Stocks. This is my favorite kasi yeah, I like stocks eh. And stocks likes me. So, a preview lang for those that haven't been. Sino nagsa-stock market dito? One, two, IT industry. Anyways, preview.